A billionaire met a man at a hotel bar every New Year's Eve for 10 years. Every single time, the man, a struggling freelancer named Marcus, raised his glass and made the exact same declaration. This year, everything will change. This year, I finally launch my real business. This year, I stop trading time for money. But year after year, the billionaire watched Marcus return to the same bar, looking more tired, more burnt out, and still stuck in the exact same self-employment trap. Marcus was talented, but he was a slave to his own skills. He was the classic freelancer who thought he owned a business, but really, he just owned a high-stress job where the boss was a tyrant. January would always start with high energy for Marcus. He would hustle, find new clients, and work 18-hour days trying to brute force his way to wealth. He convinced himself that if he just worked harder than everyone else, the money would follow. But by March, the exhaustion would inevitably set in. The administrative work would pile up, the clients would become demanding, and his willpower would fade. He would stop building his agency and go back to just surviving the daily grind. He was running on a treadmill, sprinting as fast as he could, expecting to arrive at a new destination but staying in the exact same place. He relied on motivation, which is fleeting, instead of systems, which are permanent. On the 10th year, the billionaire finally interrupted him before he could make his annual toast. He put his hand on Marcus's shoulder and asked a painful question. Marcus, you have been celebrating the start of your new life for a decade, but you have never actually built the vehicle to get you there. You think a new year brings new results, but it only brings new time. Time itself changes nothing. Systems change things. You are relying on your own effort, your own willpower, and your own hours. That is not a business. That is martyrdom. The billionaire pulled out a napkin and drew a simple line. He said, "Listen closely. The difference between a dreamer and a wealthy man is not the quality of their ideas, but the mechanics of their execution. Rich people do not wait for January 1st. We do not care about the calendar. We care about leverage. While you are waiting for the ball to drop to start your transformation, I've already tested 3 new systems, failed at 2, and scaled the 3rd one. You are addicted to the feeling of starting because starting feels like progress, but starting is easy. Scaling requires a system that functions when you are tired, when you are unmotivated, and when you are absent. Stop trying to be the best worker in your company. Your job is to fire yourself from every single task. If you cannot automate it, delegate it. If you cannot delegate it, delete it. A business that requires your presence to generate revenue is a liability, not an asset." For the first time, Marcus stopped drinking and started thinking. He went home that night and did something terrifying. He fired his 3 worst clients who took up 80% of his energy. He took the time he saved and didn't use it to find more freelance work. Instead, he built a standard operating procedure for his service. He productized his offering, turning a custom service into a fixed package that could be sold without a proposal. He hired 2 junior designers and spent his time training them to follow his system rather than doing the work himself. It was messy at first. He lost money in February. He wanted to jump back in and take control, but he remembered the billionaire's words about building a machine. He held the line. He focused on building the system, not doing the job. What happens next will shock you, but before that, if you want me to keep breaking things down like this, hit like. That's how I know this content is worth continuing. By the time the next New Year's Eve rolled around, Marcus didn't even show up to the bar because he was on a beach in Thailand. His productized agency was generating $85,000 a month in profit, and he had not opened his laptop in 3 weeks. Systems beat motivation every single time. Now listen carefully. We make business understanding very easy, so there are no excuses left. You may not come across this channel again, so subscribe and enable the bell icon to receive all upcoming videos.